$27 Lake Mary on Bravo. Copy. 2 Florida deals. She would love to talk to both of you.
Okay.
And that's up to you. You don't have to.
So far.
Vicky.
You know it by heart, huh?
Yeah, but I know the last part of it and the beginning
Well,
part of it. I missed
the beginning
middle.
letter would give it away, right?
Well,
Yeah.
like the first 3 and I know like the last 4. Here's my thing. I'm open to
Last
talking to her.
husband's negative hours have been for local. Last of Rainier is negative hours with local.
26, thank you.
Because
1845.
she's not law enforcement. She's not my kid's parent.
I just had that conversation with her, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And I told her point blank. I said, do you have kids? No. I said, I want you to put yourself in those kids' shoes. They don't know you from Adam.
That's what I was gonna say.
All I know is that you were following them, and in the kid's mind, you're chasing them.
You're trying to kill him.
And they don't know what the heck's going on. She denied ever getting out of her car, opening the door even, or reaching for one of the kids.
Are you guys pulling the cameras up still for that?
There aren't any that shoot to where your kids are at. Your kids are on. There's the line of the front of the building, and your kids are right here by the sidewalk.
So either
the
that's
cameras,
the lawn or the community center point.
the
right there.
the cameras on that building shoot to the front door.
But the community center and the salon there, right there, they should have cameras for that area.
I don't know. I don't know. We
here's my
checked.
thing.
We checked the parking lot of that convenience store.
You know, how would she like if I chased her with my car because she went after my kids? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I know exactly what you're saying.
I'm like, she's lucky I had my kids in mind because I was about to go crazy.
Yeah.
15 Lake Mary. Change my location. I'll be all the way.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So one at a time. Can we do that? Are you wanting to talk to her or not?
Oh, I'll talk to her.
Okay. We're not going to argue.
No.
And we're not going to call names, and we're not going to raise our voices. But she wants to talk to you, so I told her I would ask you, so we can talk.
I also feel like she owes her kids an apology.
Well, you can tell her that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't disagree with you at all. I don't disagree with you at all. So I'll take one of you at a time. We'll go over. You can tell her what you want to tell her. If it was me, and I was you, I would go over there and let her have her spiel. And listen. And wait.
Okay.
And once she's done, then you talk.
And you're going to stand over there as well?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. Hang on 1 second though, okay? So nothing over there?
So these are only 4 angles she knows about. Bobby won't be able
Bravo,
to
1 mile. 1017 area. I'm not seeing the vehicle. Can you call it back?
They were on the north side. You know where the sidewalk comes down, Wilbur? Right behind Bobby's, right next to Bobby's.
Yeah, this is the only angle of the parking lot.
Yeah, they were over here.
That she said has.
Yeah.
Here's another. This little spot here's a
No,
camera.
they're over here.
One's.
Yeah.
That's cool, Chibia. This is another camera here that points in that direction, but clearly it's not on the screen. They've got more cameras inside the store than this as well, so maybe it's in there, but she said she has no control over it.
They were behind the front.
Bobby would know.
They were behind the front of the store. They were there's an area, you know those 2 handicap spaces on the north side of the parking lot? They were on that sidewalk right there.
Bravo 1.
And that's where she came in.
And I doubt the other camera, because the other camera's kind of angled out a little bit. So maybe it gets a little bit closer to the bumps, but not
out of the road. We're going to be in front of
So this is where I'm at. The 2 kids, they got off the bus.
Northbound 600.
She's working at the community center. She comes out of the community center onto Wilbur. East Lake Mary Ave. And she goes west. They were in the street. They were going to go back to cut through the basketball courts to go to Bobby's. What they did, because she kept honking her horn at them, and they were riding in the road, there's no sidewalks, they went to that parking lot right on the corner. that little shopping center. So they go to the corner there, and they're on the corner, and she starts yelling at them on the corner right there through her window. So they just take off. They just take off to get away from her. They go across East Lake Mary Ave into the parking lot of the basketball court. Then they go into the grassy area between the parking lot and the court, and she backs up, follows them, and they go through. She goes to the left in the parking lot. After you get to the end of the parking lot, she cuts through by the community center again, comes back out. The two boys, Tyler and Aiden. Tyler is the older one who was riding a hoverboard with a handle up here, and the other one was on his bike. The kid on the bike goes to the convenience store. Aiden goes across Country Club on Wilbur towards the church.
Okay.
She comes back around to the convenience store. She told them over here at East Lake Mary Ave in Country Club that she was going to call the police. She kept yelling at them to stay out of the road. She said she tooted her horn. She asked them nicely, it's dangerous, blah, blah, blah. But they said she was getting loud with them and whatever, so they left. And then she comes back around to the group of probably 3 or 4 kids that were in the parking lot. Aiden's across the street by the church. He's trying to get away from her and bring her with him ultimately away from them. She stops in the parking lot. She has more words with these kids, asking them, you know, is there something wrong with him mentally or whatever? Because he told me, he said, I'm not talking to her. I'm just ignoring her, making noises, and I'm trying to get away from her. When she started backing up and following us, we took off. And then we separated on Wilbur. I went west to the church, and he went to the parking lot. That's where she went over. She started talking to the kids in the parking lot about Aiden. And they were like, yeah, he's making up stuff that, you know, whatever. And that's where they said that she got out of the car and she she denies ever getting out of the car. They never touched the kid, and that she never touched the kid either. So I was going to let the moms one at a time talk to her. She wants to talk to them. So I said, okay, one at a time, not, you know, not together. So I had that conversation with her. They're going to terminate her. That's what he said. Her immediate boss. He said, we're going to have a serious conversation with her, and my director is probably going to let her go tomorrow. Because this is obviously, I guess, she's been told to be kind of a safety person over here at the park. And she's like, I'm always trying to look out for the... I said, they weren't in the park.
Yeah.
They were on East Lake Mary Ave, and you were yelling at them, basically, because they're not your kids.
No.
I said, that's not your job. That's not your lane. What could have happened if, you know, 2 things could have happened. It could have got really bad. They could have fallen in front of you. I said, you could have called the police. We wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah.
If you'd have just gone about your merry way and stayed in your lane, you're not the police. You're a parks employee. I said, now they see you with your parks employee. I said, how does that reflect on the city? You're chasing kids down. You're having a. I'll talk to you in just a second, sir.
Is Officer Schaefer still on duty?
No, he went home. So
What was the city employee's name?
Just temporary 3 counties
the
requested.
city employee's name?
Yeah.
Just give me a second, sir. Let me finish talking to my boss.
Looks like they
So,
have a
anyway.
ticket to a-
I said to her, I said, you can't. I mean, do you have any kids? No. I said, well, imagine what these parents are feeling right now. They got a kid calling them saying that there's a lady in a white car chasing them down. I said, these are kids. They don't know what else to interpret. You're chasing after them. She says, I was just trying to keep them safe, you know. And I said, she goes, I even asked them if I could talk to their parents. I said, that doesn't make it okay. I said, that's after the fact. I said, this is not good.
Yeah.
So anyway,
What kind of charges do they have?
So where's she at?
she's in front of that black SUV up there, parked in front of my patrol car.
Okay.
So we're gonna go talk. You want to go talk with them? All right. All right. Hey, sir. Sorry to interrupt you guys. I'm Joe Garcia. Okay. I'm gonna get a whole report done. I'll give you all the information. It'll all be public, except for to the public. You know what I mean? I'll have all the information in there. Being that the juveniles will be in the report, it won't be public record. Okay, but you'll have a copy of it.
1028
Okay.
I do have a
20
question for you.
Alpha.
Yes.
Like, what happens after
X-ray
this?
November
Like,
20A28.
can they press charges for her chasing the
November, I'll
kids?
be out
I
at
mean, kids are coming
Reinhardt
from the bus stop and
and
need to worry
Primera
about some
on a
crazy lady that works in the
Silver
corner chasing my kids again. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't take that to that lightly. Like, if you were yelling at my kid, whatever, we'd have some words and that'd be over.
Yeah.
But actually chasing them with a vehicle to the point you're spitting up dirt, she's hauling ass after them. What if they're walking? Would she have hit them?
So they, from what I was told is she went through the basketball courts by the community center,
Yeah.
through the grass,
Yeah.
which is not a driving way.
No.
So she chased them. So I want to press charges.
Well, Gavin wasn't chased. That was at the
Correction.
He was stationary at
Bobby's.
at Bobby's in the parking lot. That was the first time you
So
saw
she
him.
approached a minor,
Asking, is he retarded or something? Yeah.
asking if who's retarded.
Tyler.
Tyler, because he wasn't talking. He was making noises.
He was just going,
to,
like, humming out loud.
not to talk to her, not to antagonize her,
yeah.
or just whatever. He was just being a kid.
He was being silent because a woman chased him.
No.
No, he was making
going,
noises to her.
Let's just get out of here. I'm not dealing with her shit. And
to
took off.
the cousin.
And
so he
then
left.
him and Aiden went towards the basketball court, and then she threw her car in reverse, and that's when she started to chase them. And I mean, like, you've seen the pictures. We literally, the kids came to the house, heavily breathing, terrified. Like, my son wasn't even chased, and he was scared. And they come in the house, so of course I pull up there thinking maybe she's still hanging out by the community center. What's going on? We walk through where they're at, and you can see literally tire marks on the concrete, dirt from the concrete, and spun up dirt in the field. And that's what I showed you the pictures of, because she,
Yeah, I can't guarantee you anything,
yeah.
but I've already had a conversation with her boss, her
Yeah.
immediate boss,
Night.
her immediate boss.
It's a different guy then.
Yeah, Dirks. And then Dirks spoke with his
He used to work in the city.
his boss, Cemento. And
Bravo,
it
you
ain't
want me to be
good.
doing that 22?
Yeah, and I mean,
I
in her
heard the
city
word.
shirt.
I heard the word termination. So
Well, I hope so.
I'm not in that department,
No,
and
yeah.
I'm not going to say that's what's going to happen.
But I don't want
But-
backlash on my kids if she
I
does
don't.
get terminated. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Because now she knows where they get off the bus. Now she knows the way they go home.
yeah.
And apparently she's a little retarded if she's going to be chasing my children. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, you're not all there if you're gonna
I
chase
told
your
her
child.
straight up. Look, you are
I
not
heard
the
some of the
police.
stuff
You're not the police. This is not your lane. What could have happened?
Like if I go over and tackle her and start
hang on a
getting
second.
arrested.
What if one of these kids fell while you were chasing them?
Mm-hmm.
I said the other thing too. I said, you know the phone number to us, right? Yeah, the non-emergency number. I said, so what prevented you from picking up the phone? You said to him 3 times that you were going to call the police, but you never did.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to understand where these mama bears are coming from.
Yeah.
You have a child calling a parent going, there's a car chasing us, or they're telling mom that there's a car chasing us. These are little kids. They don't know you. They don't know. I said, how does that reflect on the city when they take a picture of you inside your car with your shirt on?
Yeah,
This is
I work
not
for the
good.
city.
Not good. Not good at all.
Oh yeah, in her like Mary shirt. I sent it to her.
So
Claire's thing.
that was
1051?
the conversation I had with her. So anyway, do you want to talk to her still?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk to her still? I'll take you first, okay? All right.
Show me 1098 Echo on the signal 94. Show me 1097 at 1792 and Sun Shadow.
Kristen, this is Brandy. Brandy, this is Kristen. So,
I'm
Same
the kid's
traffic.
mom that you chased with the one with the on the 2 wheels.
let's go over this one.
Okay. Could I please have a chance to tell you what happened? Because I'm not the type of person that has any interest in scaring or harming a child. In fact, I was trying to help them. They were riding in the middle of the road. I asked them. I must have
Like my 46 or something?
Can you guys move over to the side of the road? I didn't realize there was any issue with any disability. I don't know what that
Like my
really
45
means
years
right now, but your son, I don't know his name, I think your son, he would roll up to my window, and he was up by my window making sounds like And I didn't understand why that was happening. I never had any intention of anything like this ever happening. And I apologize if your children were frightened. The truth is that my goal was to make sure that they would stay on the side of the road.
They're not on the side.
And I know these officers aren't interested in what happens on other days, but I had an incident where there was a woman there run over with her child walking in a stroller.
I was just saying they're not on the
because
train
there was
track.
someone
They're a little
riding
bit south
up
in
the
front of
speed around the
2200.
corner. So a little hypersensitive to safety. But I guess that's all I could really say to you. I would never hurt a child, and I honestly, I was a little upset because I thought that he was being disrespectful towards me. Did I know that there was
He doesn't
any
know
kind?
you. He has no reason to respect you because, according to their story, you didn't respect them. You don't throw your car in reverse to chase a child after he won't be verbal with you.
No,
And they call that respect. That's not how that works.
No. Oh, okay.
He doesn't know you come
okay.
at him.
Okay. Well,
So I don't expect him to have to speak to you at all.
I didn't ask him to speak to me. He
Then
came
how was
to
he
my
being
window.
disrespectful?
Pardon me?
How was he being disrespectful then? You just
Well,
said that he was being disrespectful.
I guess I should say my interpretation after some of the things I have to deal with around here with some teenagers. Not saying yours, but it was going in my window, and I just, it's regrettable, and I'm sorry.
Okay,
And
so
I'll
you
apologize.
keep addressing the fact that they were in the street. Number one, where they were walking, there wasn't a sidewalk. They do this every
That's why
single. They do this every single day.
Understood.
I'm talking. If you want to, speak, let me have my turn.
Okay.
They do this every single day. My kids are very good kids. Sure, they act like kids every once in a while, but for them to be blatantly in the middle of the road to impede your driving, I don't believe that.
County 6312, Longwood,
So,
Delta 3 or Delta
anyways,
2. Are you on Southbridge
My
channel or this
issue
channel?
is whenever you chase after them with your car. What are you
Or
going to do
officer.
if one of them fell and you run them over?
No, I wasn't chasing them after them
Copy,
with my
can
car.
one of you guys go to
Okay,
I was
so you just
trying
go in the
to-
grass field
I was
and
trying
check.
to watch where they were going because
Yeah,
it all
we're done
goes
for
back
They're not
to
your responsibility. You said what
Okay.
you had to say.
the officer has made me aware of that.
Yeah, that makes you look like a creep. I'm not saying you are, but that's what it makes you look like. And my kids are very aware to not just don't talk to strangers.
Did
Boy,
your,
boy,
I don't know the little child's name on the bicycle who I saw at the Save-A-Ton.
25
I
around
told
there,
him,
right?
I said, I just want you to be safe. I almost hit you with my car. Just please ride off to the side of the road. That was all I was trying to accomplish.
But then again, if they were on a bicycle and a Segway, they have just as much right of way as you in your car. So what's the issue?
Well, I just had an issue.
I get what your issue is,
I
but
just
whenever
wanted
you go
them to-
through a grass field to talk to kids, that is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. You can say whatever you want. It's unacceptable.
Okay, all right. Well, then I don't really have. I would love to.
Sir,
I would love to add
signal
more,
four.
but I
You
don't
need
think
to
that
pull over and
this
assist the
is. I
traffic.
think we seem to be at an impasse. So
Yeah.
I apologize.
My kids are very good kids, and of course, I'm going to believe them.
If you believe it's needed, I'd
Okay.
appreciate
All right. Well, I
that.
understand.
At 10-4,
I
44 is
just-
requesting another unit. That way, keep everybody else
You
tight.
know, I apologize. I will tell you that it was not malintent.
10-4. You wouldn't mind until you were relieved. I'd
I was
appreciate it.
trying to help, but now I know that
10-4, 35
I
Rosemary,
need to
10-9,
leave that
7 on
to
the
the
4 mic.
police.
Absolutely.
So, you know, regrettable. I'm sorry. I don't really know what else to say. I had good intentions. Again, I've been in a couple situations recently that have been
Well,
kind
like
of
he told you, put yourself in their shoes. Someone they don't know is literally going through a parking lot in a grass area where you're not supposed to be driving, and you think that they're going to want to stop and talk to you? No, that is crazy. If you
Okay,
think
well, I
that.
think there's a couple of little different
Every single kid has the
details that-
exact same story.
Okay, well then
So,
then
like I said,
I
say whatever you
don't.
want.
I don't. There's no point in me trying to
No,
say
there's not.
much more. you know.
Can you send Megan?
Yes.
Lake Mary, 1098 Delta Charlie. I'll be 51 signal 4. Delta 1097.
Is there someone who's coming to talk to me?
Megan, the other mom.
I'm just going to let her speak because I don't feel like there's anything more that I can really say.
So apparently there's 2 incidents when she got out of the car when she first approached them in that shopping plaza as well, and at the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to prove that from that shopping plaza? Because that's they would see her chasing them as well.
I can't say right now. No, I don't know.
So how do we go about that tomorrow, when everything's open, or?
If she got out of her car, you mean?
Yeah, and like proof that she chased them and where she went after him in the parking lot.
The proof is in the pudding between all these kids telling me the same story.
I know they're
the,
wanting to press charges, so I didn't know if that's something that.
The thing is that we got to figure out if there are charges.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
let's, I don't know if she
And
wants
my
to really
husband's
talk.
wanting to talk as well, but.
You two are going to talk.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just listen.
You'll listen?
I'll just
Oh no, I will listen.
Oh, would you like me to speak?
100%.
Oh, good. Okay, so are you the mother of the child on the bike?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was leaving work out of the community center. I turned left. I don't know either of the children's names. One was on one of those things you ride, on 2 wheels. Your son, I assume, was next to him, and they were in front of my car in the middle of the road. It was a very simple thing.
Where there's no sidewalk.
No sidewalk, right. And that's why I said to them, where there's no sidewalk, try to stay on the side of the road so that, because that's what I said to them.
Mm-hmm.
So when I stopped to do that, the person on the Segway, is it called?
Mm-hmm.
He came up to my car window and he was going, I keep trying to remember the sound. And I really don't know why. It was a quick kids, can go off to the side of the road.
Well, they're told not to engage with any other adult other than their parents or an officer.
Okay.
Because no other adult has a right to approach a child. Unless they're in immediate danger. And I don't feel like they're in immediate danger even based off of what you're telling me. But go ahead.
Well, that's just the way it happened. I came out of work, as I do every day. I don't usually see kids in the walking. They were on their little bikes and vehicle, and they were in the middle of the road. Granted, it's a very slow traffic road, so maybe, they do that when there's not a car coming.
This could get real heated if he comes down here.
He doesn't let Bob's have their say, and
Yeah, that's what I
let
told
the
him.
supervisor have his say tomorrow.
So they're already saying they want to press charges.
If you're saying it was something you didn't do, why would you chase them with your bike? Because if I'm chasing somebody with my vehicle, I want to hop off. Then you have tire marks.
I think chasing them
I think chasing them, period, was a little excessive. You literally left tire marks on the ground where you were after. Let me just ask you this. Okay, and I'm not being a smart ass. you come over and you're walking, and I feel like you're in my way, and I go to chase you in my car, follow you in my car, whatever it might be, I'm not a police officer, and I'm screaming out my window, are you gonna feel safe?
No.
Not even a little bit.
Of course not.
And they're children. I wouldn't even chase my own child with a car.
I understand. I would see the chase part of it a little differently.
Regardless, you're going after a child in 4 wheels, but
Okay.
that's agree to disagree.
I just told them, I said, I work with the city.
Like Justin up
Working
here.
with the city does not give you any rights over any pedestrian, period.
No.
I need a
We're gonna
destination
chase
address.
you. That's your job. You do not,
Well-
you're not a traffic guard, you're not a police officer. You don't have any rights when it comes to main roads unless you get a badge and the rights to do that. You don't approach my kids, period.
Okay.
And if you ever do, I will have a restraining placed against you because you're an adult. You need to act like an adult.
Understood. Understood.
I mean-
I thought that I was trying to keep them out of harm's way, but it didn't go the way.
If you would have approached them and said, hey guys, stay away from the road, I'd respect that.
That's what I
100%.
said to them.
But the moment you continued it and you drove through a parking lot, through a thing of grass that's not a roadway, left tire marks to the point my kid thought you were trying to kill him, that's when you crossed the line.
Oh my God, yeah, no, I don't want any kid to feel that way.
He was shaking when he got home.
I'm sorry, because
4
that
boys.
was not my intention.
Well, that's what you did.
Okay, well, I will own that, and I will say I'm sorry.
And I think you owe every single one of those children an apology.
I'll be
because
happy to apologize
They were
to them.
literally, he's 17 years old, he was in fear for his life to the point he said, Miss Megan, I was hiding.
Okay, so then could I please speak to them so
My
that
hus-
they aren't understand that I was trying to talk to them so that
I'm really confused on why, like, you felt the need to continue to pursue. Like, if you wanted them out of your way, you got that. They went away
no, I
from you.
No, I didn't.
Okay, if you didn't,
didn't.
you wouldn't have had to follow them. You literally followed them. Therefore, they were going away from you. That'd be like me going to hit you and you running away and me continuing to chase you. They were going away from you. If they were coming towards your car, my kids would have been wrong. But you were going after them once they tried to get away from you. And they went through a place that a car shouldn't even go.
We're glazing over some of the details, but clearly there's nothing more I can
What
say.
detail are we glazing over? Because, I mean,
The initial contact
is where it should have stopped.
Right, but
And had he been retarded, that's none of your business either. To
I
push-
only wanted to know just in the event there was a disability he couldn't understand me.
He had 3 other kids with him. That's not your business either.
It was just one. It was
there was a
just him
total
and
of 4
another.
children. So apparently, maybe you're
I-
impaired if you didn't see all the children
I'm
because
impaired-
you even went up to the other kids and asked them what was wrong.
After the event with the 2 children, one teen, one small child on a bike, when I came out of the community center, I saw children I hadn't seen. There were a few on bikes. I stopped. I said, guys, I just wanted to tell you that I think you should stay on the side of the road when you're riding your bikes. That's all. I didn't get out of my car. They said, yes, ma'am. They were very polite.
I know, but that's how my kids are raised. That's why I feel like this was completely overboard and overkill for you to go. Whether you chased them, you slowed behind them, you left tire marks, so you had to be going accelerating. I mean, let's be for real. That's you're shaking your head, so therefore I feel like your apology is BS. I don't
Okay,
accept your
well,
apology.
All right.
I
well,
don't.
What would you like? What can I do? Would you like me
Stay
to
in your
talk to
lane
the
and
children?
don't go after children. I mean, it's
Okay.
simple as that.
All right.
Don't. I mean, if you're, and out of all respect, if my kids are in the road and you're like literally trying to prevent danger, I would respect that. But I feel like you went way out of range when you started to go. You continue to go after them.
Okay.
So I
well,
think-
I will respect that. I will respect that, and
And now when my kids get off the bus, I'm gonna say, okay, I don't know your name, Christina. I think it's Christine, right?
Kristen.
Okay, Kristen?
Kristen.
Okay, is Kristen gonna be down there messing with my kids? Are my kids gonna have to worry about her chasing them with the car? Like, I shouldn't have to worry about that. I live in Lake Mary. I don't live in the hood.
I understand.
I have kids that have never been in trouble.
Understood. I understand what you're saying. I don't think you could speak to anyone here and they would all tell you that I am a non-aggressive, non-violent person.
I have spoke to somebody here that disagrees, but that's besides the point. That has nothing to do with the other situation.
Okay.
And
Can
I
I
mean,
ask who you spoke to?
no, you're not. I don't have to share that with you because you showed me who you are as a person with what you did. And that right there was enough for me. I don't have any interest knowing you. I just want to know that you're going to leave my children alone and any other children that you might know, because I have more kids in that neighborhood that I'm a mama bear over, and I will not tolerate someone putting my kids in danger.
Okay.
And that's what you did.
Okay.
If that Segway would have locked up, you would have ran him over.
46 Big Red, can you copy a rolling?
If the battery dies on that Segway, the wheels literally. You keep looking away from me like you don't really. Well, I want you to be sincere, because you're not being sincere when you can't even keep eye contact with me. Do you see what I'm saying? You're looking at you keep looking away from me and shaking your head. I'm being very serious right now.
Because
I deserve eye contact.
Because you're accusing me of something that is not entirely.
There's 4 people whose stories completely matched up.
Copy out of
And
Wisconsin.
regardless, you went off the roadway. There's 4 people that witnessed it.
Segway and the child on
Are you
the
gonna let me
bike.
speak? You had 4 people that witnessed what you did. You have tire marks as proof. You admitted to driving through there, and you admitted to going after my children more than once to tell them how you felt about something that was none of your business. Do you see what I'm saying? If you were trying to say, kids, back away from the road a little bit, I respect that, but that's where it's left. If you still have a concern, you contact the police.
46.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Okay.
Can you grab the 4?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Lake Mary. I'll be 10-8. Log me off, please. 10-7.
10-4.
So why can't I talk to this lady?
We're trying to wrap this up. I've been here for an hour.
Okay.
These 2 have already given the spiel.
Yeah, but I want to hear hers.
It's all on. It's all right there.
No. I get that, but I personally want to talk to her. And you have to let me talk to her.
Where's the 4th
These
one?
are the ones that almost got ran
Okay,
over.
before the
one
kids
and
go
that
over there, I want to talk to her.
Yeah, Jackson, Leona, you guys need to. Yep.
If you're going to be respectful and you're not going to cause a scene, I'll let it happen.
Before
Okay?
the kids go over there, I want
Alright.
to talk to her.
You answer my question first, okay?
I
want
just want to talk to her.
Okay, but if you're not going to tell me you're going to keep the peace and keep
Okay.
it civil,
Just have to keep calm.
So
I'm asking you.
Oh, 1 second then. If you're not going to allow me to talk to her,
I didn't say that.
no. Let me finish talking. I let you finish
Okay.
talking. Let me finish.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
I want
We're
you to
gonna
pull
go-
the cameras because I know they're over there
There's no cameras at the convenience, store.
But the little strip mall with the barbershop cameras face there, and there's cameras at the community center.
If we get to that point,
Oh no, we
If-
want to press charges.
if we get to that point,
He's got to
If-
make sure that there's charges to be pressed.
She chased kids, minors, with
And
a
there has to be proof of that.
with a
If-
Lake
if
Mary
you can-
City employee.
if you
car.
can calm down,
I'm
I'll let
calm.
you.
Trust me, I'm
No,
calm.
no, you're not,
Just
because
calm down, be
we're already
respectful.
talking over each other. Okay, so I'm not going to let you go down there and start an argument.
Oh, there's no argument.
There will be. I've been doing this a while. Okay.
Yeah, you-
And I'm just going to tell you, I'm trying to keep this as civil as possible. That's why I took mamas at one time. Okay. Did they get what they wanted? I don't
We're
know.
all heated. You just have to.
Right.
That you're gonna
I'm
be calm
calm.
with
You
her.
know I'm calm.
When you talk to her, you're not going to want to be calm. You just have to remain calm. Is what he's telling you. If you tell him yes, then he's going to.
Because I'll just end it. I'll just end it.
You can't just end a woman chasing minors.
You're not hearing me.
No, I heard
If
you.
it,
You said
if
you're gonna end
it, yeah, I'll end it. The conversation is what I'm saying. You're not following me.
Boys,
Yeah, I'm saying if we have a conversation with her and it starts getting heated, I'm going to end it.
in the conversation.
Okay? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Do you agree? All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have
All
them
right.
stay right here.
Huh?
I'll have them stay here while he's over there.
All right. She's going to say probably the same thing over and over again. Okay. All right. What's your first name?
Scott.
Scott. This is Jade, you're Tyler's dad. Yes?
That's Vic.
I
I'm
don't
Gavin.
know.
You're Gavin. You're Gavin.
Yeah. Tyler.
Gavin was at the convenience store.
Bobby's, yeah. Citgo.
In the convenience store. Okay. All right. So you want to tell him your side of the story?
I would love to, but I don't seem to be able to tell my side of the story without someone disagreeing with me. So
Well, that's how it works. I mean, no one's going to agree with you 100% on anything, right? That's life. Okay, but we're here on this incident, and these are the parents of the
Okay.
children that you confronted and spoke to. Okay?
I'll tell you what happened. I came out of work. The two, I don't know their names. One was on a Segway, two-wheeler. One was a smaller child on a bike. They were in front of my car. I tooted.
At the community center when you were at work?
When I came out. So they were on the road. It wasn't private property. But they were in the middle of the road. I pulled over to them. I
in
said,
the
guys.
middle of the road in front of the community center? Or the street behind?
They were
behind
in the road. I
basketball?
came out and made a left. They were going
East Lake
towards
Mary.
Country Club Road. And they were driving directly in front of my car. So I did what people do. I honked the horn and I said, guys, can you ride on the side of the road? And that's when, I don't know their names, the person on the Segway came up to my window and started to go, wah, 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 wah. And so I just said, you know what? I don't know. I just thought it was very, very disrespectful. I was just trying to make a statement to stay to the side of the road. They were in front of me while I was in my car. Even after I let them know I was coming down the road, they still went back and forth like this in front of my car, and that's how it happened. And I wanted to keep an eye on them because I had a couple of incidents recently where I've had to call the police with some teenagers who were making threats to me. So I was a little hypersensitive too because I have recently been threatened by some teens and I didn't feel comfortable with them at the car. I wish he would have just said, okay, thank you, I'll stay on the side.
Yeah, kids being dumb, I mean, all kids go through that shit. But, so what about driving through the grass?
I went through the basketball field because I wanted to make sure I knew where they were going. And that was just
Yeah, but that's not
my
your responsibility.
bad choice.
You should have just left and...
Right. It's for the police to talk to something like that, not me. And I understand that. But I promise you this, I would never hurt a child, I would never touch a child, and I would never threaten a child to run them over with my
What if the kids would have
car.
fallen?
Pardon me?
If the kids would have fallen, you would have ran them over.
I wasn't that close to them. I wasn't that close to them, I promise you. I promise you, I was not that close to them. I wanted to keep an eye on where they were going so that I could talk to him, the one on the Segway. I wanted him to know.
Yeah, but okay, if you were in his shoes and somebody's following you through the grass, that's not a roadway. It's not a roadway. They're not going
Right.
to stop. You wouldn't stop.
Well, again, I think there's not a whole lot more that I can add to that because I was not directly behind them. I wasn't following behind them, putting them in danger, possibly to run them over. I was behind them so I could watch where they were going. And I didn't want them...
That doesn't really make sense to be just following kids. You're following them
Not
at
if
that
you
point.
don't have all of the information, but I can't give you all the information because it doesn't apply to this situation. Other circumstances that
Well,
have
I'm
happened.
not talking about other circumstances. This circumstance. When you follow somebody, you're following them. So to be
Right.
following kids is,
Right.
I
Right.
mean, you know,
It wasn't for my intention was the opposite of trying to frighten them. My intention was to try to remind them to stay on the side of the road when they're riding their bikes.
they know to stay on the side of the road. They're just being kids.
Okay, but what if I would have come out and I would have hit him because he was in the road and I didn't see him? I mean, I'm not trying to be argumentative, but, you know, I would never be able to live with myself either. So I understand there's no sidewalks on that road. That's why I was saying, stay off to the side. There's no sidewalks. That was it. I don't know what else to say. I apologize. I will speak to the children. If you'd like me to, that's all I can really say.
I'll let the mom decide on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say.
All right. I'll let the mom.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What's your first name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. And you used to work here?
Yeah, for the parks. Schaefer was my science teacher back in high school, way back in the day.
I love that man.
Good man.
Yeah, 9 years I've worked with him.
Yeah? You just got promoted, didn't you?
Really?
I what?
You just got promoted, didn't you?
Oh, no. No, I've been here 9 years. I've only gotten my 5-year stripe, which isn't even a true promotion. It's just, you've been here 5 years.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, ma'am.
She doesn't seem impaired to you, the way she's slurring her words?
No.
She's been that way since I worked with her.
Because that's why I was like, are you impaired?
She's been that way since I worked with her.
Okay.
She started in the parks department and couldn't handle it, so we booted her over there.
I like I told you earlier, I spoke with Dierks. Yeah, he said he spoke to his immediate supervisor and she spoke to Brian Knight. It ain't good. It ain't good. I just, I want to let you know something. Your child was in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Never got chased.
No, I get the problem.
Trust me. Listen. I have a street. I've lived on it for 19 years. My daughter's 15. My son's 27. I raised them both right there. There's a street. It's a dead end street. I feel this. I know this. I've lived this. I've lived this. Okay. So you're preaching to the choir. I don't mean to cut you off. But
I get it.
Anyway, what I'm getting at, as far as charges, your child was in the parking lot. She pulled
That would
up.
be them.
If anything, I mean, her intent is not there. Her intent to run a child over is not there.
What was her intent, though? You see what I'm saying?
In her mind,
She was following them to make sure they were safe.
she's the patrol in
why I
elementary.
asked her. I was like,
She's the patrol in elementary school that
the safety patrol that everybody
kind of. Well, you know what? I'm not saying there's issues there of that,
Yeah.
of her having this idea of being a patrol and I'm just giving you a picture
I think she's full of shit. I think whenever he acted like he was mentally incapable, I think it pissed her off. And that
It would
Oh yes. Oh yes. You heard it as soon as you were talking to her. She said I couldn't stand it that he was disrespectful to me. Well, he never said anything. You know what I mean?
And that's what he was supposed to do.
So
not say anything.
Right. And when I spoke to her, one of the first questions I asked her, I said, "Do you have any children?" No. Okay, so let me paint a picture for you as a parent. These kids are like family, and these parents are like they're like Marine sniper guards. I mean, they're not going to let nobody. And you have to understand that the fear that was instilled. Yeah, they're kids. They'll bounce back, regardless.
We didn't all at the same place.
You had a vehicle under your control, and these kids are trying to go this way, and you didn't go that way.
100%.
You went that way, and that's where she made the mistake. And whether she sincerely regrets it, I don't know.
I don't think she does.
Does my gut tell me she does? In a way, yes. I think she knows she made a big mistake.
1098 Bravo and
right,
Charlie.
and that's life. Like when you were a kid, you did what you weren't supposed to do, and it was cool, and then mommy and daddy found out, and then it's bad. But same thing. It's always bad when we show up. The stories always change.
Yeah.
They start singing, and we start filtering through and get to the nuts and bolts of the story, because there's always 3 stories, right?
Yeah.
But regardless, I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to see what we got, and right now I have to show intent. And the intent of her trying to harm your children,
She just wasn't thinking.
no, she just wasn't thinking. She was outside her lane. She's basing what she did at that moment on the experiences that she's had here, and I don't have to tell your husband. He already knows because he experienced it with her before. But she's trying to tell me how these kids a week ago, last weekend, over here, were mouthing off to her, threatening her, calling her names or whatever, is that she got super sensitive or hypersensitive, she said, when Tyler just kind of, rode around and by her and just, kind of moaned or whatever you did. I don't know. She keeps making this noise. But anyway, what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that when I get to a point where I have a crime, then yeah, we're gonna pull an offense report. We're gonna do a full investigation. We're gonna pull video. But based on what I'm being told right now, based on what you're telling me right now,
Can I ask you a question, though?
I think once we get to tomorrow, there's going to be different stories again.
Well, I'm thinking, like, okay, let's just say tomorrow you pull the cameras and she's aggressively chasing him with that vehicle, then what happens?
It depends. I mean, the distance, you know what I mean? It's not like if they're right in front of her and she's trying to actively run them over, that's a little bit different.
Okay.
But right now,
Yeah.
they're not.
It was like that though.
They're
When I was on the slab, the concrete slab, when I was going on the
How far was she from you? This far? That far?
She was like, I say from
Bravo 1, can you show me on the 13P of McDonald 600 and Church?
and I was on the Segway going fast the max speed, like it was beeping at me.
And in the grass, if she wanted to
Here's I'll be sitting on that.
catch up with them for some god-awful reason, she could have went straight. Instead, she literally went around trees because you can see the tracks in the grass.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
I
Well, we'll get a
But
copy
she
of the report, and then
sped
if we
up,
want
like,
to
she
get
sped
cameras
out
and whatever,
towards me.
then they just have to go to those places, or they go to the police station.
No, we won't have them there. We won't have cameras there.
But I mean, like, do we need a place to
Well-
request them, or is that something that they can do when?
I can give you statement forms and you guys can fill them out. Based on what I have right now, I'm going to pull an information report and I'm going to do a documentation and
Okay.
give you that. Okay? Just based on what I got right now.
Bravo 1,
If things change, if you guys write on the statement, you feel like you need more done, then we'll entertain it. I can't tell you that we're going to wind up physically arresting her
No.
or filing charges
Here's
with
my
her.
thing. I don't want to have to worry about my kid's safety,
No.
knowing that she works a block away and gets off work at the same time they get off the bus.
I don't think that's going to be an issue anymore.
Well, if that happens, I agree.
I don't think that's going to be an issue anymore. I would. Diertz is here till 10, and he's right over there.
Okay.
You guys are more than welcome to talk to him.
So the
And
baseball fields?
it's a kickball field. I guess they're all this. You know exactly. Field
Okay.
2. Field 2. Do you know Diertz?
No, he started after.
After you left.
But he's got a blue shirt on, we'll find him.
Yeah.
All right.
He probably has a little.
Was it a
glasses
company? Was it a company vehicle she was in? Do you know?
What color was it?
White.
She showed up in a different
And
car.
she's in a different vehicle.
Picture
Is
of the car.
it's a little 5-door hatchback. I think it is. I think it's a little 5-door
looks-
hatchback.
Show me a picture.
Well, it looks exactly
No.
like the car that was just sitting there.
Yeah, it's a 5-door hatchback. Like
That one. Just
you
like-
guys.
Jackson, over
He
this.
just wants you to huddle with him. He's talking to you.
The four of them are right here, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so the 4 of them. That's all I need.
Man, let's-
We're-
Jack, get up here, buddy.
We're gonna walk over there,
Bravo
At your
1,
discretion,
you
if you
call
want
FG back in
and she wants to apologize to each and every one of you. Are you interested in hearing that? The lady is willing to say she's sorry to your face. Are you willing to go over there and listen to that?
Yes, sir.
How about you, sir?
Yes, sir.
How about you, sir?
Yes, sir.
How about you, sir?
Sure.
Okay, come on, let's
Take
go.
that straw out of your mouth. I do want to walk over there with her.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. Miss Kristen has something to say to all four of you. Wait till the fourth one gets here. He's coming right now. Who was riding the bicycle? You. No, who was riding the bicycle with Tyler? Okay, so you two were together, and you two were at the convenience store.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So just listen for a second, okay? Miss Kristen has something to say.
Okay, guys. I apologize if I frightened you. That was not my intention. I think when I spoke to you, I said to you, I would like you to stay on the side of the road, because I don't want you to get hit by a car. And when I came out in my car and you guys were in front of me,
Miss Kristen, I'm not gonna go through the whole story again. Your apology, you should
apologize.
to each one.
I
That's
apologize.
it. That's it.
I apologize.
What sound was I making? I was doing that.
Yes, you were.
I was,
Okay.
I just wondered, do you recall him making that
I mean,
sound?
that's besides the point.
Regardless.
Oh, okay.
Regardless. All right, guys.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank
And
you.
we're gonna no contact after this. If you see her, you go on about your business. You see them, you go on about your business.
Okay.
All right, fellas. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Do we just wait for you at this point now?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a minute. I'll be over there in a minute.
Copy.
So the dad that came over, his kid was in the parking lot. He was not part of the two that were on East Lake Mary Ave. So he's talking about pressing charges. He's good friends with Schaefer. He was his teacher, blah, blah, blah. He used to work here. They want, you know, I tried to explain to them, you know, the intent wasn't there. The intent was this. I don't have the intent to actually harm your children, okay? But they're talking about how close she was and how fast she was driving and how she went off road and blah, blah, blah. So I just, you know, I told them, I said, look, I said, at this point, I'm going to pull an information report and I'm going to document it.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, you're perfect. We don't have intent or anything like that. I get it. We have witnesses, but we don't have independent witnesses. We don't have video or anything like that that shows how close she was or whatnot. But she's saying, no, I wasn't that close. So no, we don't have intent here. Yeah, we'll do a CJIS, document it. Now her immediate supervisor's already been aware.
Dirks, he's over on field 2.
Okay.
And so has the other supervisor.
So I mean, from the standpoint of things,
This is hers.
Yeah.
This is her immediate.
Okay.
And then this is his immediate.
Yeah.
And then Knight.
So just make mention that they are aware. So when it gets read in the morning, they're not flipping out trying to figure out.
No. Dirks has already called them and filled them in.
No, I'm saying our admin. Going, has anyone let Parks and Rec know?
Yeah.
Fully aware,
yeah.
so they don't.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be an ape case from CIA.
No, I understand. Kristen, any questions for me or my boss, Mr. Ferguson?
I don't have any questions, but I do have a comment.
Okay.
I feel like after having spoken with the parents that, and you asking me what happened, I don't think that you, with all due respect, I don't think you gave me the same opportunity to speak that they had. You know, I just think that there was more that I could have said to those children. And all you wanted me to say was, I'm sorry. And I could have explained to them why.
No, that wasn't the opportunity. The opportunity is with the parents. See, I don't know where you were from, how you were brought up, how you were treated as a child with a parent.
Okay,
but
this is where
listen to me. Listen to me.
Officer,
Okay,
do I have to listen to
you have children. You have children that can't sign a sworn statement and press charges on anyone. The
Okay.
parents can do that.
Okay, I
Okay,
understand.
you asked to speak to the children and apologize to them. You didn't ask to explain to them what it is you did and your mindset as to why you did it. I'm not going to sit here and let you speak to their children and justify to them who are afraid of you. They agreed to come over here and let you apologize to them, and that's what I told them that we were going to do. To have a hash out again, okay, because Mrs. Whichever one started talking to you again, and that's why I said, no, we're done. We're done, because you had your opportunity with both parents, all three, and they had their opportunity with you. That's where it ends, unless they would like for you to have the opportunity to apologize to their kids. So they afforded you what you wanted. I, being who I am, ended it because she started talking and you started telling them your story again, trying to justify it to little children. You have to try and justify it to the parents, not the little children, because they can't even sign a sworn statement. If something happens to that child, I'm not going to that child and going, hey, do you want to press charges on Miss Kristen? No, I'm going to the parents. That's how law works, not just in Lake Mary, but the nation. That's how it works. And I gave you every opportunity. I never interrupted you while I spoke to you on the phone for 15 minutes before you voluntarily said you would come back over here. So don't say I never gave you an opportunity. I gave you every opportunity. Well, I'm not done speaking. I'm not.
Well,
because I have to be reassured before I leave and we leave that we dotted all our I's and crossed all our T's. Okay. And we make sure that this never, ever, ever happens again. This is serious. These parents, can you imagine if these parents would have been in the basketball court while you came in the basketball area? Can you imagine how that would have looked? We have a response time. We have a response time. We're not going to get there very quickly if we're all busy. So there could have been a big argument, and it could have gotten a lot worse. It could have gotten even worse if you followed them in the manner that they described. I'm not saying you did, and something happened.
Okay, I understand.
So, I appreciate you coming back out. I wasn't anticipating that at all.
I don't want, this is not, my agenda is not to scare kids.
Okay, well, I'm missing some things from you, like, it'll never happen again, I made a mistake. I never heard that. I never heard that at all. All I heard was, I'm sorry, and I shouldn't have gone. It'll never happen again.
I made a mistake.
It'll never happen again. You know, and therein lies their issue. There's almost this doubt in their mind. And I'm trying to reassure both sides. I'm trying to be the peacekeeper. I'm trying to be the advocate here. And I really am.
Okay.
But you have one picture in your mind, and we can't change that. Your idea is that you were trying to help them. So there's no intent there to harm them, okay? Okay, but that could have changed really quickly if I had actual video and an independent eyewitness that said differently from what you told me. Okay?
We have a signal 17.
So it was it's just a bad mistake and bad decision making on your part. That's all.
14:49 hours.
So the 4 kids,
Subject of the vehicle.
they'll bounce back. They're young, but they're doing what their parents told them to do. Stay away from strangers. Don't talk to people.
Where do you take it?
If you felt disrespected, you just keep on driving. You just keep right on driving. You got point A to point B. You're leaving work trying to get home. If somebody cuts you off, slow down. Hit the brakes. Let them go. You got your appointment. You got your life. Don't let someone come into your lane and screw up your point A to point B. Even if it's little kids, okay? Try and use better judgment next time. All right? Okay. I'm done. You're free to go. We're done. All right?
I think you might still have my license.
Your license? You never gave me your license.
I didn't hand you my license when I
No,
got
ma'am.
here.
You gave it to me over the phone. You read it to me over the phone.
I thought I handed it to you, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, you show me 51 to the.
I think it's right there.
You see it?
I think it's right in the middle. Right there.
Right there.
There. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you want a copy of the report number? Is that what you want?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh. I need cards. I'm in a pool car.
I was like, okay, stop.
Pardon me, guys.